Good morning, everybody. It's 10:20 in the morning and we're ready. I'm finally ready for the next installment of our spring cleaning series. So today, and maybe tomorrow, it's going to kind of depend on how much I can get done today, but in this video, we're tackling the kitchen. I wanted to get the pantry done first before I did the kitchen, just because I know I was going to be taking everything out of the pantry and putting it out here. And the stuff that was in there, kind of dirty, so I wanted to take everything out and not get the clean kitchen dirty. So the kitchen is still dirty, so I need to clean the kitchen. I clean the kitchen multiple times a week. There are parts of the kitchen that don't get cleaned every week, and I think that's kind of the whole theme of spring cleaning, right? We clean the things that we don't always clean, because there are things that you maintain the cleanliness of. The countertop is one of those things that you have to clean all the time, multiple times a day. But there are things that don't get cleaned all the time that probably need some attention. So today, and maybe tomorrow, but hopefully I can get most, if not all of it done today, we're going to be tackling the kitchen. I have my list. I have found that having a list and outlining the different tasks that I want to complete in regards to like one of these spring cleaning projects really helps to keep me on task, because I love crossing things off the list, but also it would be really easy for me to overlook something or to like spend too much time on something thinking, oh, I'm nearly done. This is a long list. Another one of my tips, I'm actually going to film like a little video, short video that will probably be coming out soon after this one. If not before, but I really want to film just like a really short video giving you some of my cleaning tips, or maybe not cleaning tips, but maybe tips to approaching a spring cleaning extravaganza, because it can be really overwhelming. I don't have a full-time job right now. I am a full-time student right now, so it's really easy for me to spend a lot of time on these things. If you've got a full-time job, especially if you work outside of the house and you've got like a long commute to work, it can be really hard to find the time to do this stuff. And you know, I want you to feel prepared for it if you're deciding to tackle some of these things. So I've got some things I want to talk about. That will be a separate video, but I'll give you one of them for free right now. Not that you'll have to pay for any of it, but I like to go about things in a logical manner. And for me, especially when cleaning, that means top down. So at the top, we have our upper cabinets, which need to be wiped down, but we also have the pendant lights. I think pendant lights are icky, but we have them in this house because we like lighting that isn't always the big light. Sometimes it's really nice to not have the big lights on, so the pendant lights are nice, especially because they can be dimmed. Please forgive my phone blowing up. Okay, so pendant lights. I want to take the glass ball out and vacuum them out, because when we had them installed, there were still pieces of like styrofoam in them, and I've just lived with it, and I want to take them down, wash them off, vacuum them out, and then wipe down the tops, because I know the tops are just like dirty. I actually like kind of cleaned them at Christmas, but I didn't like really get in there, so that's one of the things I want to do today. And then another thing we'll do at the top is like wipe down the upper cabinets. The upper cabinets don't get so dirty, especially toward the top, except in a couple of places, like here, right above the stove, they get kind of dirty, and above the coffee maker, just because the coffee maker makes a lot of steam. But I'm really going to pay attention to the parts where we touch with our hands. We don't have handles or pulls on our cabinets, so we touch the doors with our hands, and they just get kind of dirty just in the places where we touch on the upper cabinets. The lower cabinets are a different story. Then we'll move on to the appliances. I've already cleaned the dishwasher. I cleaned that one in, I think, our first video, because it was not functioning well, and you have to clean things in the dishwasher, so it's important to keep the dishwasher clean. It's actually already clean, but if I hadn't already done it, now is when I would be doing it. We're going to tackle the countertop appliances like the toaster oven, the coffee maker. We're also going to do the refrigerator, the stove and oven, like this is the whole thing, but there's like the top and the inside, and the microwave. I think that's where we're probably going to spend most of our time today, is with the appliances. Then we'll wipe down the backsplash. We'll wipe down the countertops and everything on them. Everything. Like the knife blocks get dirty. Sometimes like our coffee station, coffee grounds get spilled, and like we keep our coffee in jars that seal, but the bottoms of the jars get coated in coffee, and they need to be wiped down. We'll clean the sink and the garbage disposal. I do have a thing for the garbage disposal. Then we'll do the lower cabinets, and then if there's time, we will tackle the breakfast table, because we spend so much time there. The Lazy Susan there is a disaster. It used to be organized, it used to make sense, and it doesn't anymore. I like to do that at least once a quarter, sometimes every other month. I will just like pull that over here, take everything out, wash it out, and then like put the things that we need back and find homes for everything else. But that's going to be last priority because that I'm considering as extra. So that's our game plan. One more thing to mention, I'm not going to be doing the floors today because I have a plan for the floors. Floors are going to be their own video. That will be probably one of the last, if not the last video that we have in this series. I also need to call and make an appointment to have the carpets steam cleaned, because I'm not going to do that myself. I'm going to have a professional come and do it, because they always do a better job. They've got like the professional equipment. The Rug Doctor is nice that you can rent from the grocery store, but it's not great for like doing multiple rooms, just because you have to pay so much money for it. It takes so much time. It's really heavy. It's just not ideal. I'm just going to have a professional come and do the carpets. But I'm going to do the tile and the grout myself, and I have a plan for that. So I'm not going to worry about the floors. So I think I'm finally ready to get started. But first I need to go in and help Mom with her ceiling fan. And then we'll get started. Let's do this. Pendant lights have been cleaned. I used Dawn dish soap and a microfiber towel, and I like wiped off the top, and I try not to get a whole lot of water on it because it is an electrical thing, and I turned the lights off, and then the glass part I took out and I washed it in the sink with Dawn dish soap and a sponge. Getting them off was the tricky part because they were greasy and slippery. I managed to do it and get them back on without breaking anything. And I did vacuum the inside of them. One of the pendants before had what looked like strings inside. I don't know why I thought it was like residual packaging from when we originally had them like installed, because they were in a box, and then we opened the box and they were in a bag, and inside the bag was a thing. It was glue. It was like clear dried glue, and so I was able to pick that out and it came out no problem. Fortunately, the hole for the bulb is like big enough for me to stuff my fist in, so I was able to get in there and dry it out because water did get inside. Anyway, yeah, I need to do that more often. And now I'm gonna move on to the cabinets, and I'm only gonna do the upper cabinets, and I'm only gonna do the parts that I can reach, because that's the part that's like dirty, you know, because I know it's like greasy fingerprints. with the exception of the cabinets directly around the stove and directly above the coffee maker. Everything else, I'm just gonna get the parts that we can reach, but those, I'm gonna try to wash the whole thing. I do have wood soap that I'm gonna use for the cabinets. I'm not gonna use Dawn. I'm gonna use the wood soap for that and like a microfiber towel. Also, in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and run some vinegar through the coffee maker, just because cleaning the coffee maker is gonna take a little time. It's a mostly passive process, but it'll take 2 or 3 cycles. I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. I'm gonna run like a solution of 1-to-1 ratio vinegar and water through the coffee maker. I might do that twice, and then I will rinse it at least twice with just plain water just to get the vinegar taste out. But running vinegar through it does really help to like descale the coffee maker. It feels like the coffee we make after we descale it tastes better, and it feels like the coffee maker runs better when it's been cleaned. And I do clean the coffee maker with some frequency. Like, I won't say once a month, but it's probably every 6 weeks or so. I try to do it once a month. Sometimes it's not every month, but it is pretty frequently. Also, I'm hot. Like, I don't know why I'm so sweaty, but I'm really sweaty already, and I just started. I know that's gross, but anyway. Cabinets and coffee maker. Let's go. Upper cabinets are clean, and I have run vinegar through the coffee maker twice. So it's time to start rinsing the coffee maker, but ew. Okay, so I know I told you I was only gonna do the parts that we could reach on the cabinets from standing. I ended up doing all of them. I got on the ladder for every single one of the upper cabinets because they looked dusty up close, and so I just thought if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. So the upper cabinets are done. Thank goodness. It didn't take as long as I feared it would. It's already 12:18. It's fine. So I'm gonna go run some water through the coffee maker, and then I'm gonna get started on the toaster oven. I think I'm gonna take the racks out of the toaster oven and the oven and take them outside and spray them down with like Easy Off and let those start processing. And then I will start cleaning the inside of the appliances and the outside too, but the inside is also probably the most important part. Progress. We're getting there. Slowly, slowly. I've only crossed 2 things off the list, and there's a bunch more to go, but it's happening, and I'm happy. progress report. The microwave is done. The toaster oven is what I'm going to tackle next. I took the toaster oven racks and the oven racks outside. I actually sprayed the toaster oven racks inside. That was a mistake. Don't spray the oven cleaner in the house and then leave the thing that you sprayed out because you will choke on the fumes. Don't do what I did. So I ended up taking all of the toaster oven and the oven racks outside. They are sprayed. My 20-minute timer just went off. I'm gonna let those sit out in the sun a little while longer, and I'm gonna work in here first. Since our oven has the blue like finish on it, I only sprayed the oven cleaner on the door of our oven. So I'm gonna actually start there, I think, and clean the door of the oven off. The inside of the oven, believe it or not, actually pretty clean. We just changed the like bottom liner of the oven recently, like really recently, like a few weeks ago. And we haven't used it to like bake anything that's boiled over since then. The racks are dirty because Mom baked a bunch of pies during the holiday season. They get dirty, but we replaced the oven, like the liner underneath, since then. And like the walls and the top I don't think are dirty, but just like the door gets dirty. So I'm gonna go wash the door of the oven, and then we'll clean the inside of the toaster oven. Then we'll focus on the oven racks. The coffee maker is currently doing its second rinse cycle, and I think that's probably good enough. And then I will like wipe down the outside of the coffee maker and call it done. And then after that, we'll focus on the refrigerator. So baby steps, but I do have one more thing crossed off the list, and it always feels good to cross something off the list. So back to work. So I have washed off the Easy Off, the oven cleaner, off of the toaster oven and the oven racks outside. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do another round, and I'm probably just gonna go out and spray them again, and then, you know, whatever comes off, and whatever doesn't. Bless you.
Oh, thanks.
But the microwave is done. The oven itself and the stove is done. Coffee maker's done. Toaster oven inside is done.
Hi.
I'm gonna do the fridge next. So the only thing I've got left is like the oven racks for the oven and the toaster oven outside. And I do think I'm gonna go ahead and spray them one more time. They're not perfect. I think they're probably as good as they're gonna get, but I'm gonna spray them again just to see if anything else comes off. I'm not putting a lot of elbow grease into them because like, I don't want to. Also, I feel like it would be a waste of time because like it's not gonna come off. Whatever's on there is probably not gonna come off. So fridge is next, and it's gonna be a big one because I'm gonna have to take everything out, wipe everything off. We did just do this, but it was about 6 months ago. So it feels like we just did this, but it also feels like it's time. It's 2:40. And I feel like I'm making pretty good progress. I'm actually pretty pleased with my progress. Do I think I'm gonna be done with everything by 5? No. But I feel like I'm making better progress than I thought, because I initially thought this was gonna take 2 days. I would like to not have to do this tomorrow. So if I can finish this today, that would be ideal. But if I don't get it done today, I can always finish it tomorrow. So anyway, I'm procrastinating, but I'm gonna go spray the racks one more time in the yard and then get to work on the refrigerator. Okay, I took a little bit of a break. It is now 4:30. The appliances are done. I need to wipe down the backsplash and the countertops, then the sink and the garbage disposal, and then the cabinets. I'm not gonna make it by 5, but I think I might be able to get it all done today. I don't know about doing the breakfast table today. I don't know, I might do it tonight. Probably not gonna be in this video because it's not like part of the kitchen, but yeah. Gonna go do the backsplash just because, like, we don't have a tile backsplash. I painted it in like a high gloss paint so for the exact reason, so that we could wipe it down because, you know, food splashes up on it, but I don't have tile, so I have to wipe down the paint. It's fine. Hello. Can I help you? What? Come here. Emma's cat has something to say. Also, it started raining. It did not look like it was gonna rain. It did, like torrential downpour. And it looks like it still could rain some more. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to work. Backsplash, countertops, sink. Let's see if I can get that done. Maybe I can get that done by 5. Can I do that by 5 in 30 minutes? Probably not realistically. I'll give myself 45 minutes to get that done. We'll see how I do. All right, everybody, time check, 5:15 p.m. The counters, backsplash are done. I cleaned out the sink and the garbage disposal, so the last thing I have left to do is wipe down the lower cabinets. I have my soap made. Anthony is like trying to help me. We'll see if I allow him to volunteer to help me or not, because like I feel like I can do this pretty quick. The upper cabinets went much faster than I thought that they would, so I might just make him responsible for making dinner. Think you can do that? You're so cute.
You're going to microwave leftovers? Because I can shoot.
We have so many leftovers. Mom made fajitas on Sunday. Today is Thursday, and we still have leftovers from
I think
fajitas.
people have more than half of the leftovers.
So, lots and lots and lots of leftovers. But yeah, this is my list. I can't believe I got it all done today. Well, not done yet. But I can't believe everything that I got done today, I got done today. Because I thought for sure this was going to take me 2 days.
Well, I'm really proud of you because it looks really good.
I'm not done yet.
It's so shiny in there.
It's going to look even better when it's done. It smells like bleach. But I kind of like the smell of bleach. Also, this
Chunky
shirt,
loves the smell of bleach.
yeah, cats want to roll in like spots on the floor that have been bleached. It's weird. And I've got bleach on my shirt, but that happened earlier today, so I don't know.
It's poor color.
Whatever.
It's bleached now.
It was less than $4, this shirt, so I'm not going to worry about it. All right, I'm procrastinating again. I'm going to go get to work on the cabinets, and then we can call it done.
Good luck.
Thanks. Helped. You made dinner.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
So it's 6:55, but I finished. What did I finish?
Probably like 40 minutes ago. We watched the whole episode of 4 Weddings.
Yeah. We had dinner, so that I didn't close this out before dinner. But the kitchen was clean. We've since had dinner, and now there's food all over the counter. But at least it was clean. We need to put the magnets back on the fridge. My mom's gonna go through them.
Yeah. Some sorting to do.
Yeah, we've kind of put some things back, but it smells clean, and it feels clean, and it looks clean.
I think it looks great.
I'm really happy. I'm so glad the pendant lights are clean. That was the biggest thing for me, I think, and the cabinets. And I know
Apparently the cabinets really needed it.
yeah, I just did the cabinets like 6 months ago, but they needed it again, so it will be a more regular thing that I don't do just once a year, because this was a big job. I still can't believe I did it all today, though.
You did it real fast. And real good.
Because I didn't start until after I really wanted to. I think I wanted to start around 8, and I don't think I started till like
That was like 11.
10 or 11, yeah. So, I'm pretty happy.
I'm glad.
So we're going to call this one good. Thank you guys for watching another spring cleaning video. You guys will see me in another one really soon. Bye!
Bye.